The Commonwealth War Graves Commission had its origins in France during the First World War, in the work of a British Red Cross unit caring for the wounded. Its leader was a determined and inspirational man named Fabian Ware. Remembrance of the dead, as we know it today, is a relatively new concept. When Ware arrived in France in 1914, he was shocked to find there were no organised procedures for marking or registering the graves of the thousands of soldiers who died on active service. Ware's unit was flooded by requests for information from people anxious to locate the resting place of their loved ones. He began by recording all the graves his unit could find, a first vital step towards the creation of permanent monuments to the dead. Ware realised it was equally important to register the deaths of those whose bodies could not be traced, and to create lasting memorials to the missing. In 1917, the Imperial War Graves Commission, as it was then called, was established. Fabian Ware was elected vice-chairman. The Commission's advisers included important public figures like Sir Frederick Kenyon, director of the British Museum, and the writer Rudyard Kipling, who, like so many others, had recently lost his only son, killed in action. As men of all ranks had fought and died together, it now seemed fitting they should be treated equally in the way they were buried and commemorated, avoiding any distinctions of rank, race or religion. These were new, revolutionary and democratic ideas, and the Commission had to face much public opposition in the early days of its existence. The huge task of commemorating and recording the war dead took 19 years. As the threat of war once again engulfed Europe, it became clear the Commission's task was not over yet. This is Sir Fabian Ware giving the Armistice Day address in 1938.
The last memorial we'd been called on to construct, that to the Australian dead who fell in France, had been completed this summer. It had been unveiled by our King only a few weeks ago, and we thought that now at last the mortal remains of all our dead might rest in peace. And then suddenly the sky had become black with the clouds of war.